This may come as a surprise. Maybe it doesn't. Second fastest Mariner to hit 100 home runs behind.
Welcome to the club.
Alex Rodriguez.
There you go. Water's warm, Cal.
And Bryce Miller
Saddle
said, you should have waited until you found the torpedo bat to sign that extension, he told Cal Raleigh, which is pretty funny.
That is funny. Yeah, D-Row, I mean, he has emerged as one of the best catchers in the game.
No doubt, Robert. And sneaky, Bryce Miller's one of my favorite starters to watch throw. And yesterday was no different. I mean, this guy has got an arsenal of like 8 pitches, but when in doubt, here comes 4-seam cheese right down your throat. It's unbelievable. And he was on top of his game yesterday. Like I said, he went 5 innings, 8 punch-outs, and next thing I know, he's out of the game, and they're winning 5-0, and then it's 5-3. I'm like, ugh, this one's going to sneak away. Nope. Big dumper to the rescue, as usual. And I wanted to give him some love. We're coming off Andres Munoz. I wanted to dive into his battery mate, Cal Raleigh, and go through his early home runs, see if he's doing anything a little bit differently this year to last year, and kind of just bring up some boards that show you. I mean, this is a switch-hitting catcher that fits the profile. I always tell kids, know how you add value to a team. Don't just sit there and wonder. You should know how you add value. He's not going to hit for average for you. And I don't want that because he can go deep, change the score, and he controls the pitching staff as good as anyone. And he's obviously a leader of men. To get 6 years, 105, Seattle believes in this guy, and he's going to be behind the dish for the foreseeable future. He's got the torpedo bat from the left side. He's got the regular bat from the right side, and he is dominating life. All right, pause this. Bring up the first board. Stats since start of 2022, current catchers. Top 3, pretty much in everything. First in homers, 98. Minimum 800 plate appearances. Third in ribby, slug. Third. Second in OPS with a 121. Bring up the next board. He is your modern-day hitter. That's what I'm talking about. Know how you add value. If you're a guy that closes the screen door, we talk about this all the time. There's 2 different types of hitters, right? The guy who likes to stay up the middle the other way, and the guy who has a tendency to want to pull everything. Well, if you're that guy, the Anthony Rizzos of the world, the Cal Raleighs of the world, what does he do? He's not trying to force feed something he's not. He is all over the dish. He is daring you to come middle in, and he is trying to hook you down the line for big pop by doing it the right way. And you look right here, highest pulled fly ball line drive percentage. You got Isaac Paredes, we talk about him all the time. Buxton, that's kind of surprising to me that he's on this list, and Cal Raleigh. So I want to take a look at his splits and what he does. For me, his left-handed hack is almost perfect. Devin, I like this board too. Nays showed me this. We talk about hitting. That's why we do the OPS park adjusted, the plus sign. Everything's got to get to park adjusted because Cal Raleigh's playing in a absolute graveyard. You see what he does on the road compared to what he does at home. I mean, it's pretty glaring when he goes on the road. You put him in Cincinnati, he's not walking out of a 3-game series without 1 or 2 homers. So let's get back into the tape. This is him right side, late in the game. Again, getting out and around and pulling it. So I just want to go side by side, see if he did anything different with his 2 swings heading into 2025. This is absolutely gorgeous. You talk about being perfectly balanced. Pause. This is last year. This is 2025. Definitely narrowed up his base, standing a little bit taller, standing a little bit more athletic. Hands look pretty similar, and just kind of run it. And throughout the year, like we talk about all the time, you'll see guys tinker. He's almost got a little toe tap preset right there to get him to the exact same point. Pause. Kind of getting off his backside a little bit early here. You can see he's made it a concerted effort to kind of walk away from his hands and stay stacked over his back leg. Run it slow. Boom. God, that's a gorgeous move, Cal. That's what you're searching for. If you're confident in the box and you're not trying to stick your nose in there and trying to be the best version of yourself athletically, this is what it can look like. Pause. Pretty similar as well. Was definitely a little wider at address, but run this. The guy's a pure home run hitter from both sides of the dish. Kind of reminded me of Chipper Jones. That was the one real switch hitter that I played with. From the left side, he was your pure hitter, and I felt like from the right side, watching him do his thing, pause this real quick, Chipper didn't have the time and effort to put into his right-hand side. I remember him just getting on the dish and trying to turn and burn for homers down the left field line. And I want to give him some love on his defense. He's a platinum glove winner. The pitching staff absolutely loves him. Throws runners out. The play he made last night in Cincinnati, getting down the line and almost giving a kind of a shuffle, was incredible. And he's stealing pitches that are 3 feet outside. Yeah, strike. What are we doing? We're going to start tapping our head on this stuff next year. And you see him. He works with everybody. So I don't think kids especially realize how important this position is. When you have this position locked down, everything kind of goes through them because as a position player, we all feed off the catcher and the pitcher's energy. You're looking right at him. I'm seeing you. If you're working hard, I got to work hard.
He looks like
if you're putting the right digits down, we're all buying in.
He's moving all the time.
Right? DRS leaders among catchers since the start of 2024. Patrick Bailey, good one in San Francisco. But Cal Raleigh's up there with big pop.
The White Sox launched a special initiative earlier this week called Grinder Ball Rule 45, inviting fans to show support for Bobby Jenks, a fan favorite all-star pitcher from the 2005 World Series team who was diagnosed with stage 4 stomach cancer. The White Sox and their charity arm organizing a sale of these very T-shirts, with the proceeds going to support Ronald McDonald House Charities, a local organization that Jenks was involved with when he was in Chicago. Welcome back inside. The T-shirts on sale, we're wearing them now for $30 at WhiteSox.com/Jenks. You faced him, D-Row.
Big time heater, getting up to 3 digits with a snapdragon breaking ball. Yeah, Bobby was, when Ozzie came out and made that signal, you knew who was coming into the game.
There's a limited amount of T-shirts. Robert's holding them up now, available for purchase at the ballpark's Charities Corner in section 154. Our thoughts and prayers, we're lifting him up. And there's fans also have the option to purchase the T-shirt with an additional donation to the charity for $45. So if you're able to, please do.
Yeah, you mentioned it benefiting the Ronald McDonald Charities and Ronald McDonald House. I mean, that organization does wonders for families, and so it's definitely a worthy cause.
WhiteSox.com/Jenks is the address. So go there. T-shirts on sale now for $30. Show your support for Bobby.
Yeah, it's definitely a great cause. Good stuff. And Ballpark Cam takes us to the south side of Chicago and take a look at some of the histories and images as part of the history of this franchise. And they will be honoring the 2005 World Series team a little bit later this year, a team that Bobby Jenks played a vital part of.
It was basically starters Bobby Jenks. That was when they went on that run of like just every starter was going.
Obviously, I was locked in that World Series, and they beat a very good Astros team on their way to a World Series title.